Hi, thanks for joining us today on Shining Stars in South Florida Business. I'm your host, Danny Poulos. Our very special guest today is Lisa Lambka from ReChic Boutique. And this is going to be fun. I know Lisa for a while, and you're going to see some really unique stuff out here today. And Lisa's also got a great story. So thanks for coming in so much today, Lisa. And
Thank you for having me.
Share how you got started in all this.
Well, I've been playing dress up since I was a little girl, and of course my background isn't that. I was in construction, manufacturing, and high tech, but I decided to, in my old age, to go back to playing dress up. So I opened up a store last April, and I have all kinds of unique things. I
remember when you started, you were doing it as home shows and home parties because you had so much stuff.
I do. And I have over 1,000 square foot store, and it is chock-a-block full. I have 600 hats in my hat collection alone. I have 400 scarves and shawls. I have clothing. I have antique furniture. I have gorgeous one-of-a-kind jewelry that I designed myself as well. I did these bracelets. One's a fork, one's a spoon. I repurpose things. And it's just a lot of fun.
If you love this kind of stuff and vintage clothing and jewelry and creative designs, it'd be like going to Disneyland, walking through the shop. If you talk about, you wouldn't even have time to try on every hat. That's how much stuff is there.
I have women who spend literally 3 or 4 hours in my shop. And that's what I want. I want my women to come in and play dress up. And I want them to think outside the box, because a lot of people don't want to try on things that are uncomfortable.
Right.
And I had a woman the other day. She came in. She was buying a hat for a luncheon, and I showed her one, and it was pink, and it was a very unusual hat. And she said to me, "I would never buy a hat like that." And I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, "I have 600, so I'm sure we'll find you one."
How much time do we have?
So her girlfriend said to her, okay, so her and her girlfriend started picking out hats. She started trying them on, and she liked a few, and her girlfriend ended up buying one as well. And then she says, "I'm not sure yet." I said, "Do me a favor, just try on this hat. It doesn't cost anything. Right. Just try it on." So she tried it on, and she says, "Oh my God," she says, "I love it." She says, "I'm buying this hat." She said, "When I walked in here, I never thought I would buy a hat. I would never buy pink, and I would never buy this hat." And that was the hat she walked out with.
Well, and they're going to see things that they're not going to see anyplace else.
That is correct. And I design pieces. The piece I have on is all gold with diamonds and opal and pearls. So a lot of these, I repurposed. This was a spoon from the 1940s from Rome that I put into a ring. This is a 1930s salt shaker. That's sterling silver that I repurposed and made a ring out of. So I do a lot of repurposing and just fun stuff. Now this here is a snuff bottle from the turn of the century that's made out of ebony wood and brass, and I put it onto a necklace because it's such a beautiful piece.
All this stuff?
Well, I've lived all over the country and sold all over the world, so I have resources and just places that I've been and things that I've just bought, and I just have fun. And then this is a ring, which is unusual. It's a three-piece ring, and it goes onto your finger.
It's like brass knuckles?
It is. It's like brass knuckles. And I had another one, and I sold it right away. The next day I bought it, the guy bought it. It's gorgeous.
Let me see
even
that
more
thing.
Beautiful. Do try it. It's a great ring. I mean, it's a conversation piece, and that's what I sell. Don't worry, I can have it sized for you. We take care of all that, sizing and adjusting, not a problem. I work very closely with a jeweler in Juneau, so I'm happy to have anything adjusted for you.
Do people ever come in and say, I have some stuff like this tucked away at home and bring it to you and have you do stuff with it?
Yes, and I also encourage women to come into the store with something that they have in their closet, and even that little black dress that they've worn 100 times, but they love it. Well, bring it in. We'll re-accessorize it, because you put on a different necklace like this, or a hat, or a handbag. This is a vintage Whiting and Davis handbag from the 1950s. I mean, you just put a little something different with it, and it looks like a totally different outfit.
Right, and I've heard you explain that before. I mean, someone comes in, they're dressed with a brand new dress they just bought,
Right.
and then you do the rest.
That's correct. And I also do some clothes. I specialize more in vintage. Like the suit I have on now is from the 1950s, and it was from designer Lily Rubin, who's very well known. And I like unusual pieces. I also sell capes. I sell some men's clothes. I have some men's vintage ties, very high-end vintage ties, like from Giovanni Versace.
Now, I know you also work with a lot of charities. I want to make sure we talk about
do.
that before we
Yes.
run out of time. Go
Yes,
ahead.
I do a lot of charity work. If you have a charity, local area charity or school, I will donate any to silent auction or raffle prize from $100 to $500. I also have a charity that I do in the store where you can pick a week or a month, and all the sales from that week or month gets 15% of total sales gets donated to that charity.
Beautiful.
So they can call me or email me, and I'll be happy to have them give them instructions on how it's done.
And what a unique way to raise some money. So, Lisa, tell everybody again exactly where the store is and how they can reach you.
Sure. The store is ReChic Unique Boutique, and we are located at 700 Old Dixie Highway, Suite 207 in Lake Park, Florida, 33403. And you can always reach me on my cell phone. I'm at 408-637-8575. And I look forward to seeing you at the store. It's a lot of fun. Come and play dress up. You can spend as much time as you want. It doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, you better time block, because once you get in there, you're not leaving very quickly once you get started. And that's why Lisa Lambka is a shining star in South Florida business.